is it? Yes, Pratik sir. Sir, tractor से left नहीं right, take a right. Hello?
Abhishek, why have you called me here, man? What are you doing?
I
Farmer ban gaya hai?
Yes, I am working.
Why?
I want to be rich.
You have such a nice job. What's the problem?
Sir, what? अच्छा, come here. So, आपने मेरा पूरा पैसा, all my hard-earned money you have asked me to invest in the markets. When my portfolio grows big, sorry, big, I'll sell it, है ना?
Yeah.
उसके बाद I'll pay everything in tax, and I'll have nothing. So I'll do this. Agriculture में there is no tax, and I'll buy this land. I'll just
you
work.
decided to become a farmer.
Yes. अरे?
Okay, look. I understand taxes you may think are high, but what if I told you if you invested, let's say 5 lakh rupees, and over a period of time you have to pay a certain amount of tax, let's say around 1 lakh. If you did tax harvesting, you'll actually pay 9,000.
1 lakh versus 9,000.
Yeah.
How?
But you promise if I tell you, you'll stop this.
Yeah, done, all done. I'll just go and change.
Not
no?
all have to
I'll
do
change.
to- In this episode, we're going to talk about how you can actually save tax by doing something called tax harvesting, and I'll even give you a calculator so you can find out what it makes sense for you. So let's begin.
Yes, sir. What harvesting? कौन सा harvesting are we talking about today?
Tax harvesting. Let me explain how this works. So basically, until 2018, there was no tax on long-term holding. So if you held a mutual fund or stocks for more than a year, you paid 0 tax. Then it became 10%.
Correct.
And recently, now it's changed to
12.5.
12.5%. So the tax is increasing. Correct.
Correct.
And then you have short-term capital gains, which was 15% and is now 20%. Now, if you're holding stocks for a long period of time, more than a year, the government gives you this option called tax harvesting. What tax harvesting is you have an investment, the investment grows. Assuming you've held it for more than a year, you sell that investment and immediately reinvest it. So let's take an example. You invested in stocks or a mutual fund 5 lakhs.
Okay.
The amount grows. After 1 year, you sell it.
Right.
And you've made a gain. Let's say the gain is 50,000 rupees. Example.
Fair.
And then you immediately reinvest that back into stocks.
Correct.
Now, what just happened was you're still invested. You didn't really exit, but you realize the gains. But that 50,000 gain or whatever that gain is not included in your taxable gain. तो उस पे आप tax नहीं pay करोगे up to
How long? हाँ.
up to 1.25 lakh.
और उसके ऊपर?
उसके ऊपर you have to pay.
Sir, concept is clear. अभी calculator दिखाइए.
Okay, so the calculator is, give me the calculator. Hey guys, so we launched 2 new channels, 01 Women and 01 Hindi. Do check that out, and now back to the episode.
अरे जल्दी दो ना यार. Yes, please.
Cool, so this is very simple. This is a lump sum calculator.
How much?
So we have year 1 all the way to year 10. The investment is 5 lakh rupees.
Is initial amount, ना?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we are assuming it is growing at 12% CAGR.
कहाँ invest किया है? Sorry. Yes, growing at 12%.
12% year on year. Now, at the end of the 10th year, we assume that you sell and you pay a certain amount of tax. That tax is actually, over here you can see, taxable gain is 9.27 lakhs. Uska 12.5% is 1.15 lakhs.
Oh.
Did you understand? Now,
That's a lot. Okay.
what if you sold every single year
And invested.
and reinvested it
Reinvested.
and took that advantage of not paying tax up to 1.25 lakhs from the gains?
Fair.
So first year, what's your tax?
0.
Second year,
0.
keep going.
0. This is.
It's only in year 9 or year 8 where it becomes 955. Now remember, actual stock market returns are not linear like this. This is just an example.
Oh.
And you paid 9,000 rupees. So there is a difference. Now, is it worth your effort? You need to put in your own money over here and see if it's worth your effort or not. Get a file, make a copy, make the changes, and see whether it's working or not.
Oh, I have a very interesting question. Okay. So this was for someone who is investing lump sum in the markets, right?
Yeah.
अभी I was following your index fund वाला plan now.
Yes.
So उसमें I was SIP करोing in the mutual
Same thing,
funds.
no? SIP is the same thing.
ऐसे कैसे same thing? अरे tell me how should I understand? I'm
No,
not
so
able
look.
to understand.
Everything is the same, except in SIP you are, oh, I see the problem here. Okay. So you're investing every month and you have to make sure when you sell, you're selling only the units you've sold which are at least 365 days plus.
I'll have to manually check
Keep
that.
a track of it, yeah. But 01 is very nice, so we obviously have a
Calculator.
correct. So let's see the calculator. You have to basically keep track every time you are purchasing. So we have date of purchase, January 2024, February, March, April, May, June, all the months. Then we have the SIP amount, 10,000 rupees. In this case, you can change this number.
This is still 360. Okay.
Yeah. Then you have fund NAV. This is whenever you're buying it, you're buying
You get your units. What do you call?
fund NAV.
Arey, fund NAV. Yes, sir.
So over here I put 50, 52, 55, 56,
Depending
57. This is very optimistic. Usually fund NAVs will not keep going up. Then units purchased aa jayega basically. Then you have date of redemption. Now you don't have to write this. I'll change this January 2025 to 60.
60 what? Oh, NAV.
NAV.
Redemption NAV.
And we bought it at 50 exactly 365 days ago.
Okay. That's
Now
1 year.
1 year.
65 days.
No, 365 days.
Yes, sir. Yes.
And over here I can see the redemption amount. It gives me the amount to sell.
Okay.
11,940. So now imagine you did an SIP every month.
Which
and
I'm
you
doing.
Also did an SIP December 2024.
Okay.
Now can you sell those units in January 2025? 1 month later.
Arey, mera paisa. Of course, I can sell it.
1 year nahi hua na. They're supposed to be 1 year before you can do the tax
I can
harvest.
sell it after 1 day. That's my money. What's the
Correct.
whole point?
Then you'll pay 20% tax on it because that's short-term capital gains.
Sell every year. Sir, help me understand one thing. You have said invest for long term. Now you're saying sell every year. Compounding to gayi bhaad mein.
Yeah.
Nahi, make up your mind first.
Made up my mind.
Okay, let's see.
Look at this chart. This chart basically shows you what compounding is.
Okay.
Compounding is staying invested for a long time. Remember, when you sell, you are buying the same day. For example, when you're investing in a mutual fund and you sell before 3 p.m., then you immediately buy again before 3 p.m., you've got the same NAV. So technically, you're still staying invested, which is what the basis of compounding is. I know when I say sell, it sounds like compounding tool, yeah, but that's not true as long as you immediately invest.
Yeah.
And obviously, you have to make sure you have enough money in the account to make that repurchase.
Okay, I have a question.
Yeah.
So, I have invested 5 lakhs.
Okay?
Gains ke baad it is 5.6.
Okay?
Now, according to you, I should immediately buy 5.6 ka because I'm sure when I sell it, it'll take some time for that amount to come back to my account.
Correct.
So, I should have 5.6 lakh in my account.
Yeah, to reinvest before 3 o'clock, so you get the same NAV, and 1 or 2 days baad, you will get that amount anyway from the cycle.
How will I get 5.6?
I'm sure you have an emergency fund, you have some savings, you have fixed deposit, you have some liquid cash. Use that. It's just a 2 days. It's just managing cash flow.
Perfect. Sir, what's the checklist?
Okay, the checklist is very simple. We'll keep it quick. First, make sure your investments are more than 1 year invested.
Done.
Second, sell the investments to keep the total gains within 1.25 lakh exemption limit for the long term. Of course, account for brokerage, taxes, fees, all that, and make sure you're still saving money. Otherwise, there's no point doing this. So your overall returns will reduce. For SIPs, ensure that you're selling only the units that have completed 1 year to avoid paying short-term capital gains tax. And of course, be aware of market conditions. You don't want to sell, wait for some time, market closes, next day you're repurchasing, the market's up 2%. You don't want that. You want to make sure that that cycle is done smoothly.